Whiskey Bravo 4, Yankee Alpha Lima.
Yes, sir. What's the name, sir?
The name is John.
Roger, John. This is Jim, Juliet India Mike, and this call is KC9VKV, and we're doing our Qso-Vlog program. If you have a radio, that you wanted to check out there, here we are.
Very good, Jim. Yeah, I'm operating my FTDX-3000 today. Got the Heil 781 microphone, just running, no processing, just running it with the microphone.
Standby station.
Through the radio. Running it barefoot right now, Jim.
Roger, Roger. What's your location?
Location is in Virginia and Springfield, Northern Virginia, near the D.C. area.
Roger, Roger. I'm copying you at 10 dB above my noise level. You are coming in 10 dB above my noise level, Roger.
Very good conditions. Yeah, our noise engineer is about an F6, so we were in a good condition today. Having rain here and just generally a gloomy day.
Roger, Roger. I got the first part of your call sign, WB4. What's the rest?
Yankee Alpha Lima, Whiskey Bravo 4, Yankee Alpha Lima.
Roger, Roger, John, got that. And let's see, so what's your antenna there?
The antenna is a fan dipole. We've got 80 meters, 40, 20, 15, and 10. And then I have a vertical that I use sometimes for 20 meters and 6 meters.
Roger, Roger. And what's the radio again?
And the radio here is an FTDX-3000 Yaesu.
Roger, Roger. Now, I personally would crank in just a little more EQ on the top end. Just a little bit more top to give it the syllabic range, just a little more articulation. Roger?
Roger. All right. So I'm going to mess with that then and try to get just a little bit more of the top end, don't you?
Yeah, Roger. Let's see. What are you reading now? Do you know what your top end reading is now on the EQ?
Yeah, top end on the EQ was 2,700 hertz there.
Roger. And how are you boosting or cutting, or what's your reading?
No, we're cutting right now.
I would take that up to flat for sure. We'd start with flat. Take that top end up, because when you roll, see, you're losing your articulation when you roll off that top end. Roger.
Roger. Did that help any of that time?
I think we're headed for it now. Your mid-range EQ is flat. Is that a Roger?
That's a Roger.
Roger. And your bottom end is what?
Bottom end is 300 hertz.
Yeah. How much though?
I'm sorry.
How much? What are you doing? Cutting, boosting, or what?
Boosting.
All right. Let's leave everything the same and come up a couple of more dB on the top end EQ.
All right. Hang on just a second. I'm doing that right now.
This is KC9VKV in the afternoon, Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog program. And right now John is working on his radio there.
All right, Jim. So I did that. Did that change anything?
Oh, yes, sir. I'll tell you what it is. It's like opening the door and stepping through. It's like a voice that's in another room, and then with a little bit of that EQ where it is, it's like opening the door and you step through.
Great, thanks a bunch. All right, very good.
Okay, so how many? What's your boost now on the top end? How much?
Okay, on top end we're boosted up to 2,800.
Not the frequency, but how many dB push? How many? What's your top end EQ? How much?
6 dB.
All right, 6 out of how many?
6 out of 18.
Well, come up another 3.
All right, bear with me a moment.
This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog program where we record, and then you go to YouTube and check out your audio. Right now, John's working on his radio.
Okay, Jim, back with you there.
Okay, now you're on mic just like you were. Let me hear you for a little bit. Tell me about your antenna system.
All right. The antenna, like I say, is a fan dipole. It's up to about 42 feet. We did have quite a few trees. Now the leaves are pretty much down, so that's helped us a lot. We've noticed a big difference in receiving now. So apparently those leaves do a job on us then in the summertime, Jim.
Roger that. So now you are, what, about 6 dB at the top end EQ?
Yes, sir. That's where we are.
Try a couple more, and be sure you stay on mic. What are you, about 2 or 3 inches off mic?
Right. Yeah, I'm about 3 inches off mic.
Roger, Roger. What kind of mic is that? It's a dynamic, right?
Yes, it's the Heil 781.
Roger. Without the windscreen?
Actually, it has the windscreen on.
Oh, so you could come a little closer?
Yeah, how's that right there? Is that any better?
Oh, I think we're taking off now. I think that sounds real good.
All righty, then we'll just leave that off.
So what is your top end now?
Okay, so top end is about 18 right now.
Oh, you are 18 now?
Yes, we've topped out now.
All right. Well, it sounds good. I mean, the syllabic range has come along now. If you were using a condenser microphone, that top end would already be there before you even went for the EQ. But you know, it's sounding good now, and you have some more articulation, which will help you particularly in marginal situations. You know, where you're towards the noise level, perhaps, and you don't have a real firm audio advantage over the noise. With that added equalization, it'll help the articulation, and people will be able to hear you better in marginal situations. So let me jump out, John. Conditions are changing again, and you have slipped down towards the noise. But anyway, run it for that way, and we'll just see if who salutes. I like it. I'm inclined to be on the top end because unfortunately, as the signal leaves your station and heads to somewhere, its destiny, all kinds of things happen to that signal. There are other skywave reflections of your signal that come down out of phase, perchance, to some degree. And the first thing that gets canceled is the top end of your audio. When you get a reflected waveform come back down, it's slightly out of phase, will just cancel, and it starts canceling from the top down. So the first thing to get sacrificed is the syllabic range, the articulation. 3's John, thanks for dropping by, and we will be posting this on YouTube in the next couple of days. So if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, that'll take you to our Qso-Vlog page, and on that page look for a segment that's called My Group Air Check 113018. My Group Air Check 113018. 3's John.